Men are the heads of the families. We all know this fact, and anybody disputing this is making a very big mistake, all right? When it comes to marriage, men should be allowed to be in charge, especially those who knows what to do and those who have something to offer. But even as the heads of the families, there are certain things men do that women hate. In fact, many wives, almost every wife you ask will tell you that they don't like this aspect of their husband, because this is like a general characteristics for every man. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of these things that some of our husbands do that we wives hate. Welcome to Glodikani Marriage School, the place where I try to help the unmarried to choose right and to keep the married from running until they must. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please go and do so now. It's going to be a very long, adventurous journey, all right? You may not need what we are saying here, but there are people around you who need everything we are saying. At least you must have some unmarried people around you. But if you're also married, there are so many things you're going to learn from this channel. So please subscribe to the channel, always like our videos, and then hit the notification button so that whenever our videos drop, you'll be the first to watch it. Women invest a lot of emotion when it comes to relationships. Of course, we all know that women are emotional beings. Everybody knows that. That means when they also get married, when they say I do or I will to a man, the person who is saying this, all right, her emotion is involved. She's giving it her all. And that is why when their husbands start cheating on them, it sometimes feels as if their whole world has collapsed. This is leading me now into the first thing that men do that women hate: cheating. I've not seen any woman who likes a husband who is cheating, even though she continues loving you. But let me tell you, your wife who you are cheating on is never going to be happy again. And as a woman, she will never like that character in you. Even though your wife may forgive you when you cheat, especially those who are not habitual cheaters, those who are not sex addicts that, jump from one skirt to the other, she still doesn't like it, all right? Like in my previous video, I talked about why men cheat. I discussed the reasons, okay? Some women may forgive you when you are a situational cheat and they try to understand. But even at that, I've not seen a woman who loves a husband who cheats on her. Before I go on, I will encourage you to go and watch that video about why he cheats on you so that you understand about men and cheating. When we were in school, one of the things we hated, especially in this part of the world, is beating. In fact, we run away from teachers who flog us a lot. When our mothers tend to beat us, we always try to avoid that. Even when our fathers, because there are some fathers who are very strict and they will go physical on you when you are too stubborn as a child. Even when we were growing up, we hated those kind of situations that will bring us, to be confronted with that long cane or, that hot slap and everything. Now tell me, any woman you know who would love to be beaten as an adult? If we avoided such situations when we were growing up, now that we have grown up, how would you even want to embrace such a situation whereby a man will be beating you black and blue, slapping you with the slightest provocation, or even pushing you? Maybe you fall and hit your body. Oh God, I don't see anybody who loves pain. That brings me to the second point. We women, we don't love it when our husbands beat us. Now, let me tell you this story. One day, I was discussing with my bishop about, a man beating his wife. We are always looking at what if the man mistakenly kills the woman, but nobody thinks about what if the woman kills the man. Let me tell you something. If a husband is so, prone to beating a woman, and then that woman already knows that any little argument, it's maybe something physical is going to happen, a physical abuse is going to happen, and she waits for you, and maybe you mistakenly come, like, as usual, nothing is happening, and then she pushes you, you hit your head on a very hard surface. My brother, you are a goner. My bishop pointed that out to me and said, what if the woman kills the husband during this, process of, scruffling and beating and everything? So please, if you're a man, bear it in mind that if you are going physical on your wife, you are making a very big mistake. You may kill her one day or she may kill you. I often say this in my video that marriage needs money, okay? I always recommend both parties to be working. Like, even though the woman is not supposed to be the main breadwinner, she has to be supportive. This means that a man is expected to spend for his family, all right? I'm not saying that men should die for their families. What I'm saying is a man is expected to, hustle and provide for his family. But do you know that there are some men who would rather spend outside than inside? This man wants to be applauded and be called, good people outside while their families are, family members are suffering. Their wife is suffering. Their children, suffering. Like they would rather give you little amounts inside the house, and then when they go outside, they will be, big boys, like they spend more. Women don't like this kind of a thing. And if you're a man, you are doing this thing, please take correction today. Your wife is not happy about it. I've seen a lot of women who leave the house by 6 a.m., come back by maybe 7 p.m., enters the kitchen and goes about doing everything they're expected to do as the wife. Now, I've seen men who can sleep at home without doing anything. They are so comfortable that their wife is the one providing for them. I call these men the mentally lazy men. They are so comfortable allowing their wives to hustle and be feeding the family while they do things at their own pace. Nobody is disturbing them. In fact, it's only when they feel like hustling they will hustle. It's only when there is money in their pocket that they will bring out, and even the amount they are bringing is not going to do anything. Now, women don't like this kind of behavior in a man. How can a husband shake off his responsibilities and allow his wife to be carrying this thing? Let me tell you, no matter what women are claiming, what a man can do, a woman can do even better. All those things are lies. Men and women are not made the same. Men are stronger than women. I will say it again. Men are stronger than women in everything, and that is how it has been from creation. Now, if you want to be a strong woman, there is no problem. You can go ahead and be a strong woman. But let me tell you, a woman is supposed to be soft. A woman is supposed to be taken care of, because she's not meant to be the person carrying the whole responsibilities. And that's why women hate this kind of things in men. If you're a man and you're thinking, well, my wife is handling everything and she's not complaining, go ahead and be celebrating that kind of thought, all right? Let me tell you something. The woman is continuing to withdraw from you emotionally because she's so stressed that she may not even have the space to be emotionally attached or emotionally invested in the union. So be very careful that your wife, you are burdening with all the responsibilities, you are gradually losing her. I've said so many of these things that men do that women hate. Now, have you ever seen a man who is walking on the road and all of a sudden a fine girl, a fine babe is passing, and you see this man looking back to, maybe, I don't know what he wants to see, but I've seen a lot of men who do that, and women don't like it at all. Do you know the most annoying part of this thing is when they are walking with their wives and the woman or a beautiful woman passes, and then they will turn and their wives will be looking at them and they will turn and be admiring that other lady that passed. Some of them go to the extent of discussing the lady and how beautiful she is with their wife. They will just tell her, babe, did you see this? Oh my God. Even if you're not doing it as a man, let me tell you, there are men who do this. And I'm also telling you today that no woman will ever love to see her husband doing such a thing. So if you're a man doing this kind of a thing, bear it in mind that your wife hates it with passion. Personally, I'm an advocate of looking good as a wife, both inside and outside. If you must package outside, make sure you also package inside. Not when when you come back like this, you lose guard. Some people call it you lose everything and say, I don't care anymore. No, I prefer women to be, beautiful, whether they are going outside or when they are in the house with their husband. Now, what if you do all these things now and your husband is not noticing? He doesn't even come and say, hey, babe, you're looking fine today. Hey, honey, you are looking sweet too. Oh, I love your hair. Some men are like that. They don't notice. And women, we don't like this kind of a thing at all. If you are putting effort to look beautiful, you want your husband to also notice that maybe you've changed your hair, or maybe the clothes you're wearing now is fitting you, or maybe you've lost some pounds, or maybe you are putting effort to lose, those excess fat. Women prefer their husband to notice this. So if you're a man, please start noticing these things in your wife and then compliment her. She will be happier about it. Please, men, it's not enough to just see or maybe notice or admire it in your heart. I will recommend you also say it aloud to your wife. All right, tell her, you are looking good and everything. Let me tell you, in my own case, sometimes when I dress very well, look packaged and everything. I joke a lot. I will tell my husband, hey, how do I look now? He will just laugh and tell me, you are looking like a big man wife. I will just laugh about it, but at least I will feel good that, what he meant is that I'm looking very, very good. One good thing about noticing these things and voicing it out is you don't just voice out the bad ones, or maybe you only focus on telling her when she's not doing well or when she's looking harder. No, when you voice the good ones she does, and then you voice the side that you don't like, she will not take offense. Like I said earlier, my husband will tell me when I'm looking good, and then he will also blast me. He will say, hey, you are adding weight a little, you are adding weight a lot. Oh, let me tell you, if you don't control this weight, and very soon you will be like this. Don't complain when you see me being with, maybe moving about with all those slim girls. I will say, look at you, who will be like, he will say, I'll be walking like this and everything. I know what he's telling me. He's telling me that maybe I'm adding a lot. I should reduce it. I will not feel offended, because when I'm looking good, he will also tell me that I'm doing well. You're looking smart. You're looking sharp. So you see, there is a balancing. So I will not pick offense. Don't concentrate only on when she's not doing well. Please notice, then voice it out, then compliment her, then encourage her. She will do more. There's one other thing that some men do that we women hate. Does it make sense that a husband will abuse a woman to the extent, verbal abuse to the extent of insulting her parents, insulting her that maybe where she's coming from? Some people would say, is it not you that I went and picked from that dilapidated family? Who is there anybody driving a good car in your family? And look at, your parents did not train you well. Maybe your mother is a bad. Oh my goodness, some men can say a lot of it. Like, they can tell you a lot. Now, let me tell you something. You don't need to, insult a woman's background or even insult her parents. As a parent now, I have two girls. I know their characters differ. Now, if tomorrow maybe my first daughter is behaving like this and my second daughter is behaving like that, and a man will be somewhere saying maybe I'm a bad mother or I didn't train my children very well, are you not making a mistake? You that you are abusing your wife to that extent, have you ever looked inwards into your own background? Was that what your own mom or your own dad taught you? So please, when you are having an issue with your wife, focus on her. Don't abuse her to the extent of maybe insulting her parents, or saying maybe she came from a gutter, or you picked her up, you sieved her, you made her who she is, and now she's trying to show herself and everything. There are so many situations like that. I know so many things can lead to that, but at the end of the day, it is not right. And when men do these things, women come outside, it pains them, they complain, like it brings out bitterness in them. So if you're a man and you are doing this, can you please stop? There's this saying that a man and a woman should leave their families and then cleave together and become one to build their own family. My question is, does it mean that a man should forget about his mother, his father, and his siblings just because he got married? Does it mean that a woman should forget about her mom, her dad, and her siblings just because she got married? Personally, I am not an advocate of that. That's why you can't see me complain, maybe if my husband is taking care of, his own family or anything. Now, why would a man who gets married to a girl from a family just do as if she's not coming from a family at all? Some men don't even remember their in-laws at all. We're not saying you have to carry their responsibilities. No, you have to contribute, no matter how small, to that family wherein you brought out the woman from. Whether you like it or not, the family must have invested a lot, especially when your wife is someone who you are proud of. Let me tell you, the family invested in her. So when you get married to her, please make sure you show that appreciation as you guys continue living together as husband and wife. It will make your wife happy. Your wife is not saying you should go and build a house in her father's house or anything. No, please always try to remember your in-laws a little, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, maybe your brother-in-laws, and all of them. No matter what, be a good in-law to your wife's family. It will make your wife happy being your wife. I understand that many people are scared of bringing relatives close to maybe their marriage because of so many issues that have been happening in marriages due to closeness to relatives. Even if you don't want them close, you can also do something from far. Yeah, you can do something. The point here is you are not doing it for the family per se. You are doing it to make your wife happy. Believe me, there is no way you will remember her own family that she will not be happy with you as a husband. But when you do as if maybe her family doesn't matter, in fact they are not even under your radar, you are hurting your wife's feeling. When it comes to making marriages work, the two people involved must be ready, willing, and available. In fact, they must be interested to put effort to make it work. If you're not interested in making your marriage work, it's not going to work, because marriage needs work, and anything you work at will always give you good results. So don't, as a man, think that maybe you are always right. It's very wrong. The woman has her own feelings too, and you also think about her when you are taking some decisions and when you are doing certain things you are doing. Okay, yes, you are the head of the family, but please, some of these things we have mentioned in this video, try as much as possible to do what? To downplay them. Even though you cannot stop, even though you cannot change, try as much as possible to live intentionally. When you are being intentional about your relationship with your wife, there are certain things you can easily avoid. Now remember, on this channel we are talking about everything marriage, okay? Parenting, choosing the right partner, making your own marriage work if you're already married. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and join us, and always drop a comment about these topics as I discuss them. It will help me to know where to touch more or improve on, or you share your opinion. Welcome everything. All right, so I'll be seeing you in the next video. Remember to like this video and share it to your friends.